If it is a last row Cj minus Zj are greater than or equal to 0, then solution is optimal. Means in the last, observe in the last row, if these elements are positive, hence it is optimal solution, that is the last solution. But here we are having the minus 3m, those two are what? Negative values, that's why which is not optimal. Hence what we have to do, Cj minus Zj value 600 minus 3m and 500 minus 3m are negative values, obviously, then it is not optimal. That is the conclusion. Next is what we have to do by using that row. Select most negative value of Cj minus Zj as an entering variable. In this case, which is the most negative? Most negative is 500 minus 3m. Correct? Is the most negative value. And next, this is the most negative value, and corresponding this column is called as the pivoting column. By using the pivoting column, we have to find out the pivoting row. To find the pivoting row, we need the ratio. Look at the ratio. Ratio is what? Solution value divides a corresponding pivoting column value. That is 80 by 1 is 80. Next is 60 by 2 is 30. Therefore, and next, to find the pivoting row, observe which is the least value among 80 and 30. 30 is the least value. Corresponding that row is the pivoting row. And now this value becomes the pivoting value. Why? Because intersection of the pivoting row and the pivoting column becomes the key element or else the pivoting element. And next is, we have to make this element, key element, as the unity and remaining element as 0. This is our m. Therefore, this is the key element. Corresponding basic variable becomes the leaving variable. Elements becomes the leaving variable. That's why I changing a2 by x2, a2 by x2. This is the key element. Corresponding, we are having the x2, that's why a2 changing to the x2. Next is what? We have to make this as, I have told in the previous tabular column, 2 must be 1, 1 must be 0 by using the row operation. I did the operation, becomes 2 becomes unity and remaining element becomes a 0. If these two changes, corresponding element will be changes. I did the calculation. Do the calculation and say you will get the same solution. Next, same as the previous, find the Zj by using 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2 into m plus 1 by 2 into 500 and 0m plus 1 into 500. Same way, do the calculation. And the lastly, ratio is the last work. Before that, we have to find out whether the last Cj minus Zj is a positive or a negative. If it is positive, stop the procedure. If it is negative, continue the procedure, because which is not optimal solution. Observe these two. These two are the negative values. Hence, which is what? Not optimal. Therefore, select the most negative value here. This is the most negative value. Therefore, I chosen this whole column is the pivoting column. Next, by using the pivoting column, we need to find out the ratio. After finding the ratio, we get the pivoting row. That is 50 by 3 by 2, 30 by 1 by 2. We are getting the value. Among these two, this is the least value. Therefore, corresponding row is called as the pivoting row. Intersection of pivoting column and pivoting row, this is the pivoting value or else the key element. Next is what? We have to make this as the unity and this becomes the 0 by using the row operation. I did the next step, and don't forget to change this leaving variable. This is the key element. Corresponding value will be changes. Therefore, a1 becomes x1. Therefore, I have changed here. a1 becomes x1 and x2. I changed 3 by 2 into a unity and remaining element is 0 by using the row operation. If these two are changes, obviously this will be changes because we are using the row operation. And observe the last row. In this last row, no values are negative. because m is positive, m is positive. In the previous tabular column m is negative, therefore I did the calculation part. Here both are positive, therefore the solution is optimal. Stop the procedure, no need to find out the ratio. Now what is the x1 and x2? x1 solution is 100 by 3 and x2 solution is 40 by 3. You got the x1 and x2 now, and we are having the equation, that is z, which is equal to 600 x1 plus 500 x2. Put the value x1 and x2 in this equation and you will get the z minimization. ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕೇಳಿ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸರಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.